Hey there, all my popular people. Welcome back to Broadway by Ghostlight and another immensely important Prop Table Tuesday. I'm Mark Bonani, and this is a fun edition this week because recently I attended Broadway Christmas, aka the Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS Flea Market, and I have some fun new things to share with you all. If you don't know what the Broadway Flea Market is, definitely check out this video of mine after this.
You must.
I got some really great props this year from shows like A Strange Loop, the current Into the Woods revival, Newsies, Flying Over Sunset, Mrs. Doubtfire, Beetlejuice, Paradise Square, and more.
I spent that money.
But today, I thought it might be fun to share some of the more uncategorizable things I got at the Flea. Some of the random, super fun things, but they're not really props or costumes per se. If you follow me over on Twitter, you've actually gotten a preview of some of the items you'll see today, but not all of them. First things first though, you may have noticed I'm not wearing my branded Broadway by Ghostlight shirt. Yes, I am wearing my Defy The Bean shirt, which I am absolutely in love with. It's to celebrate the glorious Stephanie J. Block in the Into the Woods revival.
If the end is right, it justifies the bean.
It was made by my dear friend Ryan James D. I will put a link in the description if you want to get one of your very own and tell him Broadway by Ghostlight sent you. So speaking of Into the Woods revival, here is one of the items I got in this eclectic group of stuff. So at the flea market, there was a really fun thing where you could get a meet and greet and a picture with Milky White and Kennedy Kanagawa, who is his handler, I guess you could say.
It's a she.
I did not get a picture with Milky White, but Ryan, who made the shirt, and his boyfriend JM, two of my best friends, did. Here they are, look at them. So cute. Hi guys. So at that meet and greet, there was a sign that said, "Please do not touch or feed the animals." And I thought, that is a fun sign. So I talked to the people running it, and I got the sign, because that's just who I am. So here's the "Please do not touch or feed the animal" sign. And of course, I had Kennedy and Milky White sign it for me, because that's just how I roll. So I just thought this was such a fun, one-of-a-kind little item that I snagged. And you know, it's all for charity, it's all for a great cause, so I'm happy to make donations wherever I can. Next is actually the very first thing I bought at the flea market. You never know what you're going to find at the flea, so I really never go in hunting for anything in particular. But this year there was one thing I really wanted to find, and like I said, it was the very first thing I found and bought. It's the opening night gift from Diana the Musical, one of my favorites. It's the Diana Corgi. We've got the Corgi, stuffed Corgi with the Diana bandana there, and I just, look at that. Look at that face. Look at that face. Anyway, I love my Diana Corgi. My girls love the Diana Corgi, and I'm so happy to finally have one of these. I've been searching for one of these since the show closed.
So let me say, jolly well done.
You know, I have buckets and buckets of promo materials from shows, like playing cards and pens and hand sanitizer and all sorts of fun things, but I have never gotten anything promo-wise for a show that doesn't actually exist. You may remember a past prop table video where I showed some very real fake playbills, and one of the ones always brought up in the comments was the Hurt Locker musical from the recent Hedwig and the Angry Inch revival. I didn't have my Hurt Locker playbill in that video. I actually couldn't find it. It's somewhere in my archives. But at the flea market, I did find some, you can see, Hurt Locker lip balm, which I just putting it together right at this second, a lip balm for Hurt Locker. That's funny. But I love that it's a promo little lip balm for a show that doesn't actually exist. So that made me laugh. Another staple of the Broadway Cares Flea Market is you have to stop by Squiggs' table and the Lights of Broadway show cards. The Broadway trading cards are one of my favorite things. I have a whole video explaining it you can check out after this if you don't know about the Lights of Broadway show trading cards. They always do an exclusive pack for each flea market, and this year it's the Into the Woods revival, because I mean, why not? It's amazing. So the pack has The cow is white as milk. The cape is red as blood. The hair is yellow as corn. The slipper is pure as gold. And beans?
And maybe they're really magic, who knows?
I love the Lights of Broadway show cards. Justin Squigs Robertson is amazing and a lovely human, and I have a great prop that ties into Squigs I'll show at a future prop table video. Here's something I got for my girls actually, but I thought I'd share with you guys because it's fun. They love to dance, and I saw this clock. You can see here, but the clock hands are her legs. So look at that. Look how flexible she is. I thought that was super cute and super fun. One of the fun things I like to do at flea markets is take some gambles if the price is right. Sometimes there are items that look cool, but the people selling it don't really know what it is or where it came from. And if the price is right,
$1.
it's a fun gamble and trying to figure out what they are. One of the things I got was a belt buckle. I don't really wear belt buckles, but for this one, I might make an exception. Again, I have no way of knowing what show this came from. I'll probably never find out if it's from a show at all, but it sort of looked like it's from my guy, Captain America. Look at that belt buckle. That is just sweet. A giant belt buckle. It also kind of looks like the Star of Astaroth a little bit from Bedknobs and Broomsticks, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that was fun. Another gamble piece I got was actually from, it's definitely used in a show, but what show? I don't know. It's this fun, look at this velvet. It's a little crushed. I don't know if it's been crushed from the years or it was like this in the show. But this was from Harvey Evans. Harvey Evans was a Broadway legend, a Broadway staple who sadly recently passed away. And so some of his stuff was at the flea market. And this is signed to Mr. Evans from the wardrobe department. So I don't know what show it is. There's a lot of signature though, so I'm hoping with some time and effort, I might be able to pinpoint where this is from. But it's a pretty cool hat, and the fact that it was owned by Harvey Evans is pretty special. I think that leads us to my last and biggest piece I got from this flea market. Every year, without fail, I come home with something large, something awkwardly shaped, definitely not easy to store, and God bless my wife, she puts up with it. This year, I actually get to name what I took home, and I've named her Carlotta. So here is Carlotta. Look at her, she's beautiful. This is actually part of the set from the 1998 Paper Mill Playhouse production of Follies that almost came to Broadway. That's a story for another day. But here she is from the set. You can see she is quite big.
Big girl, you are beautiful.
But she's actually not very heavy. It's just, you know, plastic with a wood backing. She's clearly old. I mean, 1998. Seems like it was just a few years ago, doesn't it? But no, long time ago. She's got some cracks in it, but hey, it's Follies. That cracks go with it, right? And I just thought this was so cool, so unique, and so right up my alley. I cannot wait to find a place for her in my tiny little New York apartment. And that was sort of my random ephemera I picked up at the flea market this year. Definitely check out the videos in the coming weeks. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll show you all the fun, big name props that I got from a lot of different shows. Until next time though, I'm Mark Bonanni. This is Broadway by Ghostlight. Just defy the beans.